What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking a little bit about the 250k tournament, and we're going to be doing something that I think is going to be a little bit of fun. We are going to be looking at the lineup of TYDEBO, and we are going to be tactically downgrading every player in the lineup. Yes, I know it's a meme, but that is what we are going to be doing. We're going to be tactically downgrading TYDEBO'S 250k lineup. So, let's get some rules. Every player, we can pay either 50k MT. Sorry, we can either pay half the price of the player or 50k MT. That is the max we can pay. Or if a player is, say a player is like 60k, it's half the price of the player. But for example, if it's like a Kevin Durant, it's like 400k, we can only go to like 50k. 50k is the max we spend per player. And I'm going to try to tactically downgrade them as much as possible. So, Ty and Splash's teams are very, very similar. Also, best of luck to both of these guys in the tournament. Like, I've heard about some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. It's looking like they're actually going to have to play the game on the demo build. Like, remember the game that we played in the demo? Apparently, that's the game they're playing. And they're not even playing, like, they're not even playing the same game they're playing now. Apparently, they can't turn shot feedback on. They may not be able to turn their meters off. They're not 100% sure whether or not they can turn their meters off. And they were told there's a 50-50 chance they can't turn their meters off. And they were also told there's a possibility they are going to have to play the game on broadcast camera. If you guys don't know what broadcast is, it's this camera right here. There is potential that they're going to have to play the game on this camera right here. And not only us watching, that like these like 2K guys in their 250k are going to have to play a game on this camera. You're going to be seeing people with the potential that we're seeing people run out of bounds and stuff. I doubt it's going to be the case, but they were told there was no guarantee that it's not going to be the case. So it could be a bit of a disaster. But anyway, if you guys want to watch the game, a link to my Twitch will be in the description. I'm going to be doing an entire pre-show. We're going to have people on. Hopefully we can get shake back like last time. We're going to have people on. We're going to be watching the game, and we are going to be doing like, well, something that's a lot more interesting than whatever 2K are going to be doing on their own stream. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. People are there for locker codes, and that's it. So, yeah. Anyway, this is what Ty's lineup looks like. Lonzo Ball, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Doncic, T-Mac, Dentist, LeBron, and Moses Malone. Okay. So the first player we're looking to tactically downgrade is Lonzo Ball. So let's have a look at what price Lonzo Ball is right now. So Lonzo Ball is right now, let's just say roughly like 70k. Like, yeah, he's probably less, but let's just say roughly 70k. So we got like 35k to pay for a point guard. Lonzo Ball is a tall point guard. He's a good slasher. Really, really good defender. But he's not like a Curry sliding player or anything. He's got a bad behind the back. So in terms of the point guard, so I'm just going to have a look at 2KDB right now. I'm thinking, because he's 6'6", I get it. They're not quite the same player. But I think I'm going to go with Bobby Sura, actually. I'm going to go with Sura. If you guys don't know who Bob Sura is, Bob Sura is like he's a really, really good card. Like 6'5" point guard. He's got goal range. Yes, he's got goal steady, but he's got goal clamps. Hard crusher. He can curry, which obviously Lonzo can't, but it is one little thing Sura does a little bit better than him. And he's also a really, really good dunker, pretty good defender, and got good length. So yeah, with half Showtime as well. So I reckon, especially the way Ty plays, with his use of Showtime, I reckon that Bob Sura is the player that we are going to be showing off right here. So after Bob Sura at the point guard position, we got Kawhi Leonard. And there's one really, really obvious choice for Kawhi Leonard. And it's literally just worse Kawhi. Well, not even worse Kawhi, it's just other Kawhi. Like, people are arguing this dude's better than Kawhi. Now, I know a lot of people that are like, you put blinders on this guy on next gen, he's better than Kawhi. It's Malik Sealy, one of the best value cards in the game. I am shocked he's 25k. I am so shocked he's 25k. Dude's 20k. Dude is 20k. And when I mean like Malik Sealy is similar to Kawhi, you guys are going to look at it right here. So we got Kawhi. versus, that's Bob Sura. It's definitely not what we want to compare. So Kawhi versus Malik Sealy. You're looking 30 or 18, only 4 less hops. Malik Sealy has got better stats. Malik Sealy literally has got better stats. As well as that, these stats don't include shot IQ, by the way. These stats, I only realized that these do not include intangibles or shot IQ or potential. They are not taken into account. Tendencies wise, you're looking at pass interception, only 5 less and 5 less on ball steal. And then badges wise, they're almost the same. Like, yeah, you got half range and quiet. It's literally the only difference. And you got half blinders. But again, you can put gold blinders for relatively cheap on Malik Sealy if you were on next gen. And if you're on current gen, you'd rather not have steady at all. You'd rather not have steady at all on them. And then even in animations, if you're looking, they both have Ray Allen base, which is the exact same. They both have, you've got quick dribble style, which is way better on Malik Sealy and Kawhi if you're on next gen. They both have got the Pro 2 escape. They both have got the profile behind the back. So they're essentially the same card. And you got 1 inch taller in Malik Sealy. So they're so similar. So for me, obviously, as a tactical downgrade for Kawhi Leonard, Malik Sealy is coming in. That is probably the most like obvious person in this squad as a tactical downgrade for Kawhi. So Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a tough player to tactically downgrade because he is like a 6'10 wing. So we're looking at like 6'9, 6'10 wings who are really good shooters and have got the length. And for me, I actually think clamps, this dude, right? If you can find this dude right here with clamps, that is the tactical downgrade. That is the most similar thing you are getting at a budget to Kevin Durant, and he's 3,000 MT. The only thing is that, again, the clamps badge, getting that up to gold does cost you quite a bit, but normally you can find a Michael Porter Jr. for about like 6-7k MT with gold clamps. Like, it's not that rare to find them. But like with Michael Porter Jr., yes, he's nothing on KD, but he brings some of the same things as KD. He brings the length, and his offense is elite. Like, no one's going to argue. Half steady, so half flexible. He doesn't have steady. Half corner specialist. He's got gold showtime, gold range extender. And again, he brings some of the length that Kevin Durant brings. So if I'm talking about a tactical downgrade for Kevin Durant, it is probably Michael Porter Jr. So many Michael Jordans. Michael Porter Jr. There we go. So he's going to be a small forward as the tactical downgrade for Kevin Durant. Then we get Giannis. And there are a couple of very obvious tactical downgrades for Giannis. First of all, if you're playing him at power forward, is this dude right here, Jonathan Isaac. 6'11", same length as Giannis, but due to wingspan, I'm gonna throw a bit of a curveball. Actually, first of all, I want to check is who does he have on his bench actually? LeBron. No, the other guy I want to check for as a tactical downgrade for LeBron, but the guy that I'm gonna say grind 2 hours of this game, not Malik Sealy. What's the dude's name? I have him. He's insane. Sidney Wicks. Sidney Wicks is coming in as a tactical downgrade for Giannis. So Sidney Wicks, basically, he is free. He's a 2 hour grind. If you want, you can put in Isaac. Or you can put in Isaac or Thurl Bailey. Thurl Bailey at power forward is probably the shout. Thurl Bailey right here. Because he is very cheap. But with Sidney Wicks, you got that 7'11" wingspan. So even though he is only 6'8", he doesn't feel that like he's that much less length than Giannis. He's got like half interceptor, half clamps. He's got a 3-ball, moderately good 3-ball, can shoot from the corners like Giannis. Half showtime, half catch and shoot. Like, I genuinely think that we would have seen this guy in if the 250k tournament, the entire thing was this week, we would see Sidney Wicks in a lot of squads. I'm convinced of that. And he's only like a 2 and a bit hour grind. Like, it's not, if you can beat the CPU on Hall of Fame, it's not the worst. However, if you can't, Thurl is the way to go. Thurl is the way to go. Why is my... What? Why was it typing backwards? Okay, that doesn't really make much sense. Okay, so the next player is the AD. So AD, he's a range extender shooter. He's a good length. He's got a good handle. He's good on defense. All right, so there is one very obvious one, and it's a 2 hour grind player. You know, I'm going to put 2 in this. And I think they're one of them is going to be very controversial. Aaron Baines. I've used Aaron Baines, and he's so good. Maybe, like, it's personal wise, I just love this card. Fully evoed Iron Baines is not hard to get. He's got 15 hot badges. You got gold clamps, gold interceptor, gold range. A great release in my opinion. Gold Iron Baines or Diamond Iron Baines is a shout. However, the most obvious tactical downgrade is Boogie Cousins. Like, we're comparing these two guys right here. A Boogie Cousins, either, and if you don't, you can either grind 2 hours for Boogie, or you can pay like, oh, this guy's gone up in price. He's over 50k right now. He was down like 30k at one stage. I think people realize that like winning on half really isn't the wave. But let's just say this Boogie Cousins was 50k. Or you can grind for a couple of hours and get the other Boogie by the Spotlight Sims. So, these two guys right here. Let's compare them here. Obviously, if you've got, I'm not going to say a Wes, because Wes is a 16-hour grind. But same height, same offense, a little bit different defense overall. Yeah, you've got more half badges on AD. In terms of overall badges, they're quite similar. Then also you have got a better 3-ball in AD, better post game for Boogie. You've got barely a difference in driving. No, it doesn't really matter. Both of them have similar ball handling. One's 86, one's 83 with a coach, with floor general on one of your players. It doesn't make a difference. Defensively, AD is better. AD is a little bit faster. I'm pretty sure there's Grinches on this, isn't there? Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, he's not that much faster. He's definitely a speed Grinches on. So yeah, one difference in ball handle. AD's a better defender. AD's probably is a better shooter. I will say that. But there's not. I don't think there's that much of a significant difference. Like, I'm a lot higher on Boogie than most people are, but without question, DeMarcus Cousins. And like the Boogie that I have that I'm comparing to isn't even as good as the glitch one. So if you want to pay the 50k, the glitch Boogie, and then the other tactical downgrade is this DeMarcus Cousins right here. Then we have got the bench. So Luka Doncic. I mean, there is no comparison to Luka Doncic. 6'7", Curry sliding, elite shooting point guard. So like Flip Murray, like, is probably the closest thing we're gonna get to that. Like Ronald Murray, Flip Murray is the closest thing at a budget. Like if you're looking at other point guards around the 50k mark. I mean, it's another one. It's another one where if you want to say Don Buse. If you want to argue Don Buse, because of defense as well, the Luka can stick D. If you want to say Don Buse, yeah, like without question, Don Buse. But I don't want to just make this an entire Spotlight Sim lineup. So I reckon if you have Don Ole, obviously, but he's a free card. Let's look at point guards. Can I sort by date? Guys that might be even a little bit similar. I mean, Nash. Nash is like 40k. Nash is like 40k. He doesn't have the height. He doesn't have the interior. Actually, no, he's nothing like him. Let's go Flip Murray. Let's go Flip Murray. Nash is better than Flip Murray. But Flip Murray doesn't have 25 interior. There is no cheap comparison to Luka Doncic. There is no, like, and to be fair, there's no real cheap comparison to Lonzo Ball either. If you want that length. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. Bob Sura is actually the closest comparison to Luka Doncic. And if you want the height and defense of Lonzo Ball, as well as his slashing ability, buy Badged Up Bonga. Badged Up Bonga. Get Bonga fully badged up, and he's probably the closest thing you're going to get in terms of experience to Lonzo Ball for really, really cheap. Unless you want like a Don Buse or something. Don Buse is fantastic. So yeah. Tracy McGrady. First of all, we have Brandon Roy. It's Brandon Roy, but okay, let's have a look at what T-Mac is. T-Mac is I want to have a look at some 2 guards and small forwards. If you have Fournier and you got him for free, but he's even a different type of player. T-Mac is an elite defensive player, and he's an elite shooter with half range. So you got to look at those type of things. You got to look at someone that can create. You can't have someone that can't create with Tracy McGrady, and he's also got really good length. Like, it's hard to compare anyone to T-Mac. In terms of just his overall impact, like obviously Brandon Roy is very similar. In terms of like his overall impact and tactical downgrade ability, these 2 dudes right here, I think these are a shout. Unless you want to badge up Des Mason or you have like a Ray Allen. Actually, if you have the 50 TTO challenges, this is the best. This is the best comparison to T-Mac. Ray Allen is probably the best. The closest thing to him. He's absolutely elite shooter, really good defense. And you can get this guy in like an hour if you want. Quentin Richardson though. I think I might go for Quentin Richardson. I know he's a similar Clay, but he's got some nice defensive badges. He's got a long wingspan, 6'6". His ball handle's pretty nice, quite similar to T-Mac. And he doesn't have showtime though. Ray Allen. Ray Allen has gold showtime. You have to grind Ray Allen. You know what? Brent Barry probably. I like Brent Barry's release. It's whatchamacallit's release. It is the same release as what's the dude's name? Zerbiak. He's got half showtime. He's got a bunch of defensive badges, half range extender. He doesn't quite have the speed of T-Mac, but he is 6'7" to 6'9" wingspan. So yeah, we're gonna go with Brent Barry as a tactical downgrade for 1K MT as the tactical downgrade for Tracy McGrady. Then we're on to Terry Dishinger. Curry slide, half range, gold clamps. For me, there is an obvious one. There's an obvious choice right here as the tactical downgrade. And it was the guy that I was using instead of Dishinger when I was grinding Spotlight Sims. And it's this dude right here. It is this dude right here. Kevin Porter Jr. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. He feels taller. He has a huge player build. Maybe it's the afro. Or maybe it's like the hair. But gold range extender, gold clamps. Yeah, he's got a bunch of gold badges. He's got the similar speed to Terry. Got like gold showtime, good dunk. Both of them can curry slide. Both of them elite releases. So Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr., you are coming in for Terry Dishinger as the tactical downgrade at small forward. LeBron James. I need to check the price on one guy. I don't think he's 50k because the market went back up, but he was 50k at one stage. Lamar Odom. He's as good as LeBron. He is legit as good as LeBron James. Because like you could put in Sidney Wicks as well for LeBron with range. I think because we've gone, he's 59k. He's in the 50s. I don't care. I'm putting him in. LeBron, like I think not only is a tactical downgrade, if I was making my team, I would consider putting in Lamar Odom over LeBron James. Lamar Odom is a 6'10" elite shooter. He's just good at everything. Like he's got that half showtime. He's got gold range. Not gold clamps. He can shoot from the corners on current gen. Like if you are comparing LeBron James to Lamar Odom, you've got, in terms of stats, LeBron James only 29 difference. Only 29, so they're so similar. Badges wise, only 5 extra hops. One of them is, and corner specialist, like Lamar can shoot from the corners as well. Let's not forget that. Deadeye is good for LeBron. Defensive leader. Someone else has it, it really doesn't matter. But you've got handles for days on Lamar Odom and none on LeBron James. Both of them have almost identical dribble stats. He's got a better release on Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom, in my opinion, is better. So I'm putting Lamar Odom here. That's just my opinion. I'm putting Lamar Odom in the tactical downgrade list. And then a tactical downgrade for Moses Malone. This is such an obvious one. If you guys know if you guys know about this card right here, you guys know how close he is to Moses Malone. And he's like 10k MT. So it's Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp. If you're looking at the stats, yes, Moses Malone 135 better. But like what people use Moses Malone for, shooting as well as speed. Kemp is a little bit faster. Yes, Moses Malone is a lot better block, a lot better defense consistency. They're both 6'10". They both have a similar wingspan. Yes, you got more half badges on Moses Malone. But again, this is a tactical downgrade. This is not finding an equivalent. Badges wise, you got elite badges on Kemp. And I think for Kemp's price, yes, you got half clamps and only gold clamps on Kemp. Oh, sorry, only gold clamps on Kemp, half clamps on Moses Malone. But at the end of the day, Sean Kemp, whether it's this Kemp or the other Kemp to the same card, is the closest thing you're going to get to Moses. Both of them need to have range applied to them as well to be at their peak. But yeah, that is the video. So we have got TYDEBO'S 250k lineup right here. And we're not tactically downgrading these last 3 at the end of your bench. They got the championship DNA. And the fact that apparently none of these cards have their Grinches, that could be a bit of a disaster for Ty because Giannis can't shoot and he doesn't have a backup for Giannis. But yeah. So anyway, this is the tactical downgrade. We got TYDEBO'S lineup right here. We got the DBG tactical downgrade right here. So anyway, yeah, best of luck to both players. And again, I will be live on Twitch for this entire tournament with a few other people doing something similar to what we did last time. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.